Welcome to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the Rocker Chic
and
J-Dub.
Hello, ladies, and welcome to episode 60.
Yeah.
How exciting is 60?
Woo-hoo. That's pretty great.
It's pretty wonderful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are happy that you tuned in to us again this week for the United States of Paranormal. And here we are to talk about J-Dub's Crocs.
Oh, Jesus. What?
What? For fuck's sake.
We did that.
We did. We talked about it a little bit ago. We were outside, and she was telling us that the Crocs she's wearing today are her all-time favorite Crocs that have never let her down.
They would never do me dirty.
Although it sounds to me like they might have done, or she might have done them dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She has to spray them off.
These Crocs have been to the campground. They've been to the 4-H fair where I walk through horse shit and cow shit and just hose them off. They're clean, all brand new, except for when I wore them to the campground, I got bug spray on them. So look, they're like fading. They're supposed to be American flag, but the blue is a little faded.
Oh, no.
But they're so comfy.
Are Crocs really that comfy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Leonard emailed us and said that, was it Leonard that emailed us that said they were, what do we say, giblets?
Yeah, he did it. He gave us the correct name.
What was the correct name?
I don't remember. Read the email.
Gibbets?
Jiggers.
Gibbets?
Oh
Gibbets?
Gibbers.
Oh,
Jabberwockies?
Giblets.
Oh, giblets. Giblets. J-I-B-B. Was that E? I can't fucking read it.
What the hell?
J-I-B-B-L-E-T-S.
Giblets.
That's what I said, and then you laughed at me.
I thought they were gibbets. But
Gibbets?
I don't know. Look it up.
No, I got Leonard emailing me, so there we go.
That's correct.
Do you have more giblets? Giblets?
Well,
The
one on this set of Crocs says weekend because they're usually my camper Crocs, but the ones that did me dirty, they're the Hocus Pocus ones, so they have Hocus Pocus giblets on it.
Is that why they did you dirty? Because
Probably.
you put Hocus Pocus on them?
No, they came like that.
They
They were like special edition Hocus Pocus Crocs. They are, the back side's purple and the front side's orange, but they're all glittered out. So they are Hocus Pocus Crocs.
And are you a Hocus Pocus fan, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Who isn't? The new one, not so much.
I haven't seen that
but
one.
the
I was gonna
original
I was
is.
going to ask you if you've seen the new one.
Mm-mm.
We did watch the new one. I don't love Hocus Pocus as much as you do. You love that movie.
I do love that movie.
I just think it's okay. I'm not a Bette Midler fan.
I like Bette Midler.
Yeah.
I mean, when the only thing worth looking at is Sarah Jessica Parker with her boobs all pushed up, and you're like, I could watch that for a while. But that's about it. The storyline is just kind of,
Whatever.
Jeremy, go home. You're drunk.
I am home. And I've been drunk all day. You just didn't notice it earlier today when I saw you.
Oh, so that's why you've been stuttering.
Yeah, maybe. No, I am. I'm pretty busy, and it's just been, today's been a go as fast as you can down a day.
Hmm?
And we recorded the last episode you could tell that I would.
You were tired, yep.
Yeah.
Blame it on me. I made you mow.
Damn mowing.
I mean, it was only 4.5 foot tall. It's not like it needed to be mowed.
With all the rain we've had.
Yeah. Black-eyed children could hide in that grass. Sneak up on you.
Oh, I'm just saying. Later tonight, you might hear a knock on the door, and you'd be like, "What the fuck was that?"
Nope. I ain't answering it.
You never answer it.
It's true.
Is that a guy thing? Is that like the women?
It's always for you. Why should I answer it?
She has a point.
Why is it always for me?
Because it's usually a package or, somebody coming to see you.
Me and the Amazon driver are pretty tight. They're always coming over and hanging out. But it's usually stuff that I ordered for the Rocker Chic.
Oh, whatever.
The last 2 or 3 items that I've gotten in have been for you.
Oh, yes. Coffee. Phone charger cable.
Let's talk about this coffee problem you have.
I do have coffee problems. It's cheaper to buy it through Amazon than to buy at the store.
I won't disagree with you.
I don't think
The problem is
wrong with buying a case of Starbucks.
No, the problem is when she's sucking down about 3 or 4 of them a day.
There is a problem there. It's usually 2.
Sounds like my husband.
Is he a Starbucks cold coffee kind of guy?
He's a hot coffee guy.
He just drinks does he drink black or is it?
No, but it's the Starbucks and he puts some creamer in there a little bit.
Right on.
Mine is the cold can double shot.
Oh, yeah, those are good too.
Oh no, they're delicious. I think they're wonderful, but.
Well, don't be hating then.
I gotta hate a little bit because
she's like, Jeremy, did you order me more coffee? So it'll be here tomorrow. Okay, good.
And then we go to the store and she's like, I need a coffee, and then she gets another one.
It's kind of like you and your Mountain Dew.
Oh no, I only have like 1 or 2 Mountain Dews a day.
Yeah, whatever, liar.
1 or 2 6-packs. We did.
We all have our thing. What is your thing? What do you have to have more than one of every day? Got to be something. Come on, J-Dub. Don't fail me.
Probably a cup of coffee.
It's more than 1 cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. He keeps telling me, I drink hot coffee. I don't like hot drinks. I don't.
I'm saying we
can make the cold brew. No, we can't. I like to be able to open a can, drink it, and not have to worry about,
putting it together.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I'm getting ganged up on here. Hold on.
Sorry. I'm not ganging up on you. I'm defending my coffee addiction.
So last year we did a little thing called Families Helping Families, which we've been doing. That was our 3rd annual, which, by the way, it's coming up again August 12th down at the Solid Rock Church in Rochester. Families Helping Families. Going to be another concert day. Come down, pack of diapers, get you in. The Team Tejas actually bought some diapers to add to the collection for last year. They did it through the Walmart pickup. So all I had, he's like, "Hey, would you go down to Walmart and pick these up? We bought them, and if you pick them up and deliver them for us, that'd be great. Be happy to." So we go down to Walmart, we pick them up, and we're waiting because Walmart people are apparently not very fast.
They're a different breed there.
But she comes out and she's got a cart full of stuff, and it's diapers, and I'm like looking, and I see her throw something in the trunk, and before she goes back inside, and I jump back out. Now remember, this is Logan's order I'm picking up, and I go back and I open the trunk, and there's, I don't know, 3 or 4 packs of diapers or whatever. I don't remember how many. He ordered several, and a 12-pack of Mountain Dew.
Hey.
So he's like, "Yeah, that'll set you up for a couple of days, but you got to share with your wife."
And I used to drink Mountain Dew just as bad as him, but I do 1 a day. 1 Mountain Dew a day, that's all I do. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, the coffee just, the 1 Mountain Dew after I drink my coffee, it's like, makes my heart beat really fast. So it's
Oh, my God.
That's almost too much caffeine. So,
Dang.
So how much water do you drink then the rest of the day?
not much. I start out with water in the morning, but I barely ever finish that throughout the day.
I always start my morning off with a bottle of water.
I do too.
But usually mine sits there until the end of the day on the drive home. Then I finish it.
Isn't that warm?
It is a little warm, yeah.
I can't drink warm water. I did have a weird thing the other day, though, where we were at the store or something, and I had this weird craving for ice water. I mean, it was like I came home and made a giant ice water.
He wanted ice water in the store. He's like, how cold is that water?
I was just, but I wanted ice water. I don't know why. It was really weird. But I got some when I got home.
You did.
I enjoy water. Just not for a long period of time. I can't drink it like, bottle after bottle.
Oh, so the gallon jug that I bought at work, you couldn't handle that?
Couldn't handle the whole gallon jug?
Yeah.
No.
I can't either. I bought this gallon jug. And it was nice. It came with stuff to clean it, the straw and the bottle. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm just going to leave it at work so I won't forget it. Yeah, I get maybe not even halfway, and I'm like, oh God, I can't do this anymore.
And I don't like the flavorings you can buy to put in them because they taste like they have that aftertaste of the fake sweetener or whatever it's in them. I could taste it, and I can't. I did buy some the other day at the old Big Lots. They had some Hawaiian punch, so I thought I'd try that one.
I like the liquid IVs.
Do what?
I like the liquid IVs.
I bought some of those because you had them when we were doing all the hiking last year. So those are not bad. They still have a little bit of that aftertaste, though. I still taste that NutraSweet.
They're really good after, when you're at the campground and you drink a little bit too much the night before and you just have a
liquid rejuvenate.
Liquid IV, and then you're all hydrated again.
All up and okay. So Liquid IV, if you would like to sponsor the United States Paranormal, J-Dub's got your back.
I think I have 4 bags at work.
4 big bags?
Uh-huh.
I only bought one it's in our hiking bag.
Yep.
We keep it with us for those.
We hike. We haven't hiked.
Are we hiking this
nasty.
year? Are we hiking this year?
Maybe. I don't know. You're too busy to do much.
Jeremy, he's busy.
I make time for you, my darling. Baby. I would make time for you.
I hear you.
I promise.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
All right.
What would be your spirit animal?
Turtle.
Oh.
Why? And why? Sorry.
Why?
Why?
It wasn't just a one-word answer. Now I have to add more. Why? Okay. Because...
Wow. You're really thinking hard about this.
I am because I don't know if that's actually my spirit animal, but in the evening, yes, because I do. I like to sit and just relax and be slow.
It's a good one.
And turtles are quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I just love turtles. I don't know why, but I love turtles.
Yeah, I never did understand it.
Or hawks.
Why?
The gray hawks. Because
Why?
yeah, I would love to be able to soar and just be free.
That'd be a good
and
one.
Be that way.
Oh, mine would be the bald eagle.
Why?
I mean, because I'm all America and I'm beautiful.
You thought of that one. That was good.
So full of it.
Just
So full of Jeremy.
Just take it
right
in.
there.
Just take it in.
Yeah, I take it in every day. Every day. What about you?
Yeah, you're on the hook now.
What would you think mine would be?
Horse.
A horse.
Nope.
What?
I love horses, but mine is a hippopotamus.
That's okay. Why?
Because they get to just lounge around and eat, and they're mean.
Okay.
I can be mean. I can be spicy. So a hippopotamus.
A hippopotamus.
They're chunky and cute.
And there's a song about hippopotamuses.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
All right.
That's interesting. So an eagle, a turtle, and a hippopotamus.
We are quite the bunch.
I mean, if I ever get reincarnated, I'd rather be a horse, though. Yeah.
I could see that. I mean, as long as I wasn't a workhorse, you know, I just want to be like the horse that, you know, you just take out and ride every once in a while. It's kind of like my life now. But, you know, just saying, you know, you kind of laze around, not doing much. It's like, oh, get saddled up, get a ride on. Do what?
Eat, sleep, and poop.
I know. Life would be grand. Yeah, I can't believe your spirit animal wouldn't be a horse.
Well, I have two, I guess.
I was afraid she was going to say donkey because she's going to be an ass.
Well, I can be that, too. I guess I have three. Well, that could be yours, too, then.
I could be a donkey because I'm an ass.
Hee-haw.
Hee-haw.
Oh, my goodness. Now we're hee-hawing. Okay, let's move on. Are we ready to start today's
Yeah.
paranormal
Maybe.
rabbit hole dive in?
Rabbit hole, definitely.
I'm just going to kick back and let you do. I'm going to throw in some stuff just to make you laugh.
Throw me off.
Throw you off like you guys did to me in my last episode. Did you write a really
that was
cool?
all you.
Did you write a really cool intro?
I didn't know.
There's a
Damn.
knock on the door.
Hello.
Nobody's home.
The fucking dog didn't start barking, so got confused.
All right. We are in San Diego, California.
Where we? Oh, wow.
San Diego, California.
We're going to visit the Whaley House. Hans Holzer called the most haunted house in America.
Oh.
Oh. Starting already. Jeez. And I just got started. What is going
It's
on?
like every other fucking house in America. It's the most haunted
most
house
haunted
in America.
Oh. Coming from Hans Holzer, though, that's serious.
Oh, man.
We're going to start with the history of the land first.
The history of the lamb?
Yeah, land.
Not the silence of the land.
Land. A cemetery, El Campo Santo, and the gallows. Everybody knows what the gallows is, right? Okay. They were originally on the site where the house stands now. All right. In 1852.
All right.
All right. Yankee Jim Robinson and two of his drunk friends stole a boat and were caught when returning from the drunken venture.
Why did they call him Yankee Jim?
I don't know.
Is it Yankee Joe's brother? Yankee Doodle Baby?
I thought maybe he was Yankees Wanky. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
In the yeah. So they were caught when returning from their drunken venture. In the 1850s, stealing anything worth over $50 could be punished up to death. Jim's friends got lawyers, and each got 1 year in prison. Jim defended himself and got the death penalty.
Oops.
Oops.
Guess that was a fucked up deal, wasn't it?
Mr. Thomas Whaley was at the gallows the day Jim was hung. And when the property came up for cheap sale a few years later, he bought it and built a beautiful home. He designed the mansion himself. Why are you smiling? Is it funny?
No, I have to burp, and it's,
Oh.
it's like sitting right there.
So the strange thing is, inside the house, an archway entering from one of the rooms is exactly where the gallows would have stood before the house was there.
Oh.
Is that a coincidence? I would think.
No,
Not.
it is not.
Thomas was quoted as saying, "My new house, when completed, will be the most handsome, comfortable, and convenient place in town."
He actually called it handsome.
Yes.
His house is handsome.
His house is handsome.
He was right about the home being handsome, but very wrong about the comfortable and convenient part. On August 22nd, 1857, the Whaleys moved into their new home. On January 29th, 1858, Thomas and Anna's 18-month-old son passed away from scarlet fever.
Aw.
Oh, wow.
Soon after, a fire destroyed part of the house they were running, a general store in. My own thoughts, I feel the family kept other strange things hidden that were going on inside the house during that year and a half when those two things happened. I don't think they were openly
Probably
saying what was going on.
Well, like an orgy or something?
No, the fillings and the weird things going on
okay,
in the house.
Okay.
I don't think they were making that public.
You don't think an orgy in the house would be weird?
That would be weird.
that was the first thing that came to your mind. I was thinking they were grieving, and they were grieving the fire that was in the house, and Jeremy and fucking orgies.
So after those two things happened in that short amount of time, the Whaley family decided it was time for a change and moved. Over the next 10 years, Thomas invested in stock that made him enough money to move his family back and repair the damages from the fire.
So the house just sat dormant the whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, they moved back to the house and decided to fix it up. Completion on the house was finalized at the end of 1868, and all was well with the Whaleys. For now, sadly, any happiness that was to be found proved to be short-lived. For in 1885, one of their 6 children, Violet, took her own life.
Aw.
We need to go back 3 years before her suicide to learn what would make her do such a thing.
How old was she at the time of her suicide?
I'm not sure how old she was.
Okay.
In 1882, Violet married George T. Bertolacchi. But just 2 weeks into Violet's marriage, she awoke one morning during their extended honeymoon to find that her husband had left.
Just got up and took off.
Yep.
Wow.
Turns out that I'm just going to use his first name because that's kind of hard to say.
Padalecki?
Turned out that George was a con artist who only married Violet in the hopes of getting the family's money.
He was trying to dig into
Gold
Papa's,
digger.
yeah.
Yep. When this didn't come through, he bolted, leaving Violet alone and beside herself.
Because she was in love.
She was in love.
Right on.
And during these times, society tended to shun women who returned home without their husbands.
Uh-huh.
So she was older.
Yeah, it's a marriage. Yeah.
So she was 19 to 20 when they got married. Okay. As it was, it was something that the 19th century ladies simply did not do. The divorce took almost a year to finalize, and Violet never recovered from the shame. At the young age of 22, she shot herself in the chest with a .32 caliber. She left a suicide note that quoted a poem by Thomas Hood. Mad from life's history, swift to death's mystery, glad to be hurled anywhere out of this world. They said in one of the shows I watched that it was almost a year and a half that she pretty much stayed in the room, in one of the rooms, and barely came out and didn't really talk.
She's totally shut down. Shut down.
Some of the paranormal investigators, brought in what are those people called?
Psychic?
The psychics. And they said that they think one of the ghosts in the house might have been messing with her and might have caused her to.
Pushed her towards it.
Yep, exactly. Another Whaley daughter, Corinne, was engaged to be married at the time of Violet's death, but her fiancé broke off the marriage due to the scandal. The suicide caused the family. After such tragic events, Thomas built the family a new home not far from the Whaley House, leaving the original home vacant for nearly 2 decades.
Wow.
It was there that Thomas Whaley would meet his fate, dying in 1888. In the years to follow, the Whaley House fell into disrepair. It wasn't until 1909 that Thomas Whaley's son, Francis, took on the massive undertaking of restoring the Whaley's homestead. Instead of making it his home, Francis took this opportunity to turn the restoration into a tourist attraction, promoting its history while entertaining guests with his guitar. The remaining surviving Whaley family, Anna, Thomas's widow, Corinne, Francis, and George, all lived in the original Whaley house until their deaths.
Wow.
So, do we know how Thomas died?
The father?
Yeah.
Just said due to his declining health.
Okay.
So, very popular in the San Diego area about being, the most haunted. Looking into the Yankee Jim Robinson, I do think that they have enough information that he is there, but he is not an unfriendly spirit. He is just there because that's where he died.
Mm-hmm.
Is he just like a happy drunk ghost?
He was a drunk. He's a spirit that's there but doesn't really torment them. He's just there. Not helping matters is the fact that the Whaley house was built upon an old cemetery. The Whaleys long maintained that they heard footsteps in the house, with passerbyers corroborating the Whaleys' claim by reporting apparitions in the home's windows from the streets.
They didn't move the cemetery?
No, and I'm trying to remember who were the 2 kids I was watching on YouTube?
Cody and Sam.
Cody and Sam were actually 2 blocks down is the cemetery, but the cemetery used to be
okay,
like 4 blocks. And as they were saying that even the streets, some people think in that area, cause problems with vehicles and stuff because there are still dead bodies in.
Oh, so like apparitions?
More like tires being popped for, no reason, stuff like that. But I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah, that is neat.
They had the gallows in the cemetery at the time, though?
Yes. The gallows, the cemetery.
You wouldn't have to take them very far.
Is that just like a convenience then?
I would guess. So yeah, the gallows were here, and then walked 2 blocks, and this is where Yankee Jim's buried. And the story behind, if I was Yankee Jim, I would be a ghost in that house, and probably not being very happy about it because he was a very tall guy, and when he got hung from the gallows was not tall enough.
Ooh.
So he was there for like an hour,
suffering.
Toes touching the ground and all that. Geez. And they actually had to break his legs to put him in his coffin.
Oh my God.
So if he was tall enough, couldn't he just stand up and not be strangulated?
It was like the tip of his toes. You know what I mean? Haven't you ever seen those shows where the people are just kind of,
and they're like,
their feet are just moving back and forth and barely touching? So usually when somebody's hung, it automatically snaps their neck. But if you stop yourself, you're just gonna
gotcha.
Pretty much strangle yourself to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't you tell me it was like, how long was it? Like hours?
It was like an hour for him, and then later on, and I will tell you about more people that. Yeah.
Okay. There's more to the story.
There's more. There's a lot. Yeah. So, there were some statements that the Whaleys made to somebody saying, they heard footsteps in the house and everything. Watching the Hosier Files episode on the Whaley House, they actually found, not too long ago, the mother had written some pages of things going on in the house, but the writing was so crazy. It's like she wrote up the paper and then down through the paper and then back up and down. They actually had to have somebody come in and figure out what she had written.
Dang.
But she had written about a lot of what she thought was ghostly things happening inside the house. During the house's later periods of restoration, workers and visitors claimed to hear strange, unexplained sounds, sights, and even smells. Most felt a powerful presence whenever inside the residence. They believed it to be Jim Robinson. He would torment the living by leaving footprints, stomping on the floor, and making chilling noises throughout the abode. So nothing very terrible.
He wasn't possessing them or throwing shit at them.
Right.
He just was knocking stuff over and making noise.
Yeah. Further adding to the spine-tingling tale is that of a young baby Thomas who had died. He is said to cry down the Whaley House's halls, giggle in the distance, and if listening closely, you can even hear the tiny patter of infant footsteps.
Aww.
What would be scarier? An adult ghost just walking around, or an infant ghost running down the hallway and giggling?
I think it would be sad for an infant ghost if I heard that.
I would be more scared of the infant ghost because I've watched too many things that it's not really an infant ghost.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's true too.
They're just trying to draw you in from the cuteness, So that would
I'd be
touch
drawn
me.
in. I'm screwed.
A young woman has been reported on numerous occasions to inhabit the second floor of the house. This ghost is widely believed to be that of young Violet Whaley, still saddened over her broken sham of a marriage. Her longing to linger on the second floor is attributed to the fact that she often locked herself away in her room after her marriage fell apart. Cold spots are frequent throughout the mansion, believed to be Violet's doing as well. The stairwells within the residence have been mentioned by many to be the wandering area for Thomas and Anna and other poltergeists. Thomas is often seen sporting his trademark top hat and coat while looking down from the top of the stairs. And I did hear quite a few stories on some of the episodes I watched on the Whaley House about many people seeing Thomas looking over the staircase.
Well, I mean, it's his house. He built it.
True.
Yeah.
The house's hauntings, there are several sightings of physical objects being manipulated on their own, such as the music room's chandelier, which will swing back and forth at will when no wind is present. Lights will turn off and on without explanation, too. And there is frequently the presence of an odd mist that seems to linger.
You can see this mist?
Yes.
Or just feel it?
See it.
Okay.
You don't really feel mist.
I mean, you don't feel, you never felt a mist?
Yeah. Coming from the sky.
I get from those misters at the zoo.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
So, on the Hosier Files episode of the Whaley House, they introduced Juan Verdugo, and they believe he is the evil spirit in the house that caused all the horror, like Violet's death.
Oh.
And their story behind it was very crazy because, as I said, the original owner that built the house, Thomas, was at Jim's hanging. He was actually at the hanging of Juan Verdugo.
Oh.
And Juan Verdugo was not a good guy. Jim was not a good guy either. But he was a drunk and stole a lot of stuff. But Juan was part of the Indian tribal thing going on at that time and was just going around killing people for no reason.
Yeah, he's bad.
He was a very bad dude, and that's who they think is the evil spirit in the home. I did, and everybody knows I'm not a big Ghost Adventurers person, but I did watch their episode. They were saying that they think the apparitions in the house are 2 males and 4 females. They experience footsteps, loud banging, voices, and whispers. From the person running the house now, they said the sounds they hear is music, scratching, walking, screams, laughter. The smells, they smell violets, perfume, cigars, and cooking. And cooking hasn't been allowed in the house for years.
Huh, kind of like my house.
There's also a tense feeling or a cold spot on the 9th step. Anna, when Charles was gone at one point, they had a courthouse. They had lent out a room for there to be a courthouse in their house. And they hadn't paid their rent. So he had pretty much seized all the documents, and the government actually came in and held Anna at gunpoint on the 9th step.
Oh, wow.
With the children in the house. And so they said that they could feel something on the 9th step.
Damn government.
So this family, I definitely feel, at least Thomas had a lot to do with the hauntings in the house.
Yeah.
Just because he tend to seem to like to watch people die, and it was just strange. And why would you put an archway right where people were hung?
Have they ever seen, like, in the archway somebody hanging there?
You know how they have those little stick figure things that they do?
Yeah.
Yes, there was a very tall figure standing close to that area.
I'm going to have to find that episode now.
And on the Holzer Files, yes, you need to watch the Holzer File episode called A Grave Revenge, because the big guy,
Dave Schrader,
got knocked on his ass right in the archway.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, it wasn't this, it was, and yeah. And it was pretty crazy.
It was. She yelled at me while she's come in, look at this, and either he's a really, really good actor or he got shoved. And you know, when you look at it in slow motion, he got hit at like the hip area, and it kind of pushed him up, and then into his partner that was standing next to him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was pretty shaken up over it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like Dave Schrader. He's a really good, interesting person to watch in a lot of those paranormal shows.
So his statement was something that happened to something that happened to Schrader. He said he never had experience in his 13 years of active investigations. It made physical contact with me in a very dramatic way. I got literally knocked on my butt by someone in the Whaley House, said the 6-foot-tall, 280-pound investigator. His fall pushed Pittman into the wall. At first, Schrader suspected a member of the film crew, but no one else was around.
Yeah, why would somebody do that?
Yeah, it was very crazy. But yeah, the house has definitely got some ghosts. There was also a little girl that would visit the family. She actually passed away. Her name was Marion Reynolds at the age of 3. She ate ant paste, which is honey and arsenic at the time.
Oh.
And they actually, the house is like a museum now, and they actually have a little picture of her up there and explain.
So that's like an ant trap, then? Is that what you're trying to say? They had something setting out, and she just grabbed it and ate it? Well, I mean, it was sweet like honey. Why wouldn't you?
Yep. So
That's too bad.
So you said it's a museum now, but is it like a haunted museum? Like is it just the history of the house and stuff, or the land and the house?
It's more the history of the house. You can walk through and. Yeah.
Do they do haunting investigations for like the public?
I do not think so. Yeah, I don't remember reading anything on. But they do tours of
You got a lot of
there was a lot
there.
on this, on the house. There was also, they had a theater room upstairs that they brought in a theater crew to do shows for the people. So literally he made this into a one-stop shop, you know.
Yeah.
You can
Sounds
come
pretty
by,
bougie.
go to the general store, you can go to the theater, you know, so.
Go to the courthouse.
Go to the courthouse.
Was there a brothel?
Who knows?
Just checking.
Who knows? Might have been. He had quite a few kids.
He sounds a little arrogant to me. We're going to build this house right where the gallows used to be.
Where you used to watch people
die.
Yeah. And you know how any investigation, when you're trying to write a story, everything it's different. Like this says, unfortunately, after an earthquake in San Francisco, the family was forced to move back to the Whaley House.
Oh, right.
But my other one said that, you know, the stock picked up and he decided to go back. So, you know, there's so many stories behind.
We can't ask him, so.
Exactly.
Maybe you can.
Ooh.
Oh.
You probably could, yes. But I really think that's it, unless you have. I can probably answer more questions. I've got a lot of knowledge of this house in my head. But this cemetery was very strange to me.
Was this an old Mexican cemetery?
It's called El Campo Santo, so I would think it's more that style. But it was literally, I want to say Jim's tombstone was like a normal tombstone you'd see, but the rest were all just like white crosses.
Oh.
You know, and a lot of them were unmarked, and the supposed Juan is in one of the unmarked graves with his two conspirators or whatever.
So since the gallows were there, maybe because they were all bad people that they hung there. A lot of the unmarked or they didn't have family or something.
True. Maybe. But yeah, like I said, Hans Holzer said that this is the most haunted place in America.
Huh.
I know there's a lot of them, but he was definitely a spooky guy. So
I always just find it funny that every time you talk about a house, every time you watch a YouTube video or a TV show, it's like, welcome to the most haunted house in America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what you said last week about that other house.
It's crazy.
Did you enjoy the salmon Cody, or was it just a bit much?
It wasn't terrible, but they're kids and they're having fun, and I hope they don't piss off a ghost
right
at some point, because they did do some things that probably shouldn't have been done. So
I find that their information that they put out and the places that they go is very well thought out and very well informed when you're watching them. But the jitter of the camera and the back and forth, it takes so much to try to keep your attention on what's going on, and it's just I don't know that it's I don't know that it's produced that great. They could take a lot of that out and still have a really 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 good show, but their information is amazing.
Oh yeah, I was very impressed with what I learned through them, but yeah, just the way they interact and with each other and with the so-called spirits is a little.
But we're old fogey, so fucking young kids running around doing fucking paranormal shit. Get off of my ghostly yard, you motherfuckers.
That's pretty good.
Like that?
Yeah.
There's lots of practice. I yell at the cats and the deer and all. Get off my yard. Don't shit there. That's where my dog shits.
That's better than your robot voice.
You didn't like my robot voice? All right, so we'll do a little British then. You like a British then? We're going with that.
Please, sir. Keep going.
May I have another? All right. Good job.
Yay, it was good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know that you have been working on this one pretty hard, and now that you have your new little deck set up out there, I keep looking out there, and she's sitting on the table doing her research, and while I was hard at work mowing the yard.
Yeah. She was hard at work working on her podcast.
I know.
It just gets to the point where sometimes it's just so much, it's overwhelming, and it's like,
Well, even like you said, you thought you had this whole story down,
And then bam.
and then you watch something else, and they threw all these other little monkey wrenches in there, and it's like, holy shit.
But if you think about it, like these paranormal shows, you don't know when they add all these people into it. You don't know if they're doing it for like the ratings. Like Ghost Adventures, half the time he's like so kooky that like when he gets possessed, I'm like, really, dude? Nobody else this has happened to them in that place.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm a sensitive or something, but it's like,
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I'm not a big Ghost Adventurers person, and I do like more of the ones that have the psychics where they actually supposedly don't know anything about the site and walk in and tell you the story that you somewhat already know.
Yeah.
And, I like that part. So I think the Dead Files.
Yeah.
And the whole
I wonder if she has, if Amy's been there.
I looked last night. I didn't see where they'd done one on there. So, but yes. So that was Whaley House.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, are we wrapping this up then? Or do we have anything else we want to discuss?
I don't think I have anything else. Was it short?
No.
Oh.
I just was curious. I don't want to just shut you off.
I can't think of anything else. I think I hit on all the topics I wanted to hit on.
So where can you see the Holger files?
Is
that YouTube or?
No, it's
Discovery Plus.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I think they have a ton of stuff on there. We were actually leaping through Discovery Plus last night. Thank you, Logan. And just looking over all of, just the paranormal shows. It's holy cow.
Yeah,
there's so many.
You don't
of them.
have it. It's definitely something you want. And the Holger files. It's based off of Hans Holger. He went to these places back in the day when he was like the first paranormal investigator in the.
It was
40s,
before
50s,
it was cool.
60s. Yeah. And what is his name?
Dave Schrader.
Dave Schrader, and is taking his crew back in and just verifying what.
Oh, wow.
Hans,
So I'll have to look that up.
It's kind of creepy at the beginning because you hear Hans talking and his psychic people, and it's just like in the old style, So it's
and back in, we want to go. No.
Sure, that's exactly what I bet. That's exactly what I bet.
That's not it?
Exactly.
All right, fine. Fine.
Good job.
Fine.
Fine. All right, well, that was a very nice story.
Good job.
Thank you.
Hopefully our listeners enjoyed that story, and if you did, please let us know at the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. Tell the Rocker Chick how she did. Did you like this story?
I did.
Do you want to... Then email her.
Sorry.
And yes, just so everybody knows, we will get your emails and we will work on the ones that you have chosen for us to look into, and we will get those going soon. And
yep,
we didn't forget about you. So
oh, definitely not. Also, check out our webpage, the United States of Paranormal.com, where you can. It still needs to be updated because it's still Team Tejas and the original Team Boozers, but the merch store is on there. You can go check out some really cool merch on there. So, and if you like United States Paranormal and you want to dip into the rest of the Golden Mojo Entertainment Empire, you can check out The Call Guys on Mondays, or Golden Image Podcast on Tuesdays, or Indiana Chiefs Fans on Thursdays, or Double Dose on Fridays of
Murd Nerds
and
Court of Books and Booze.
There you go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But wait.
There's more.
There is more.
Dun, dun, dun.
Coming June 8th. Golden 80s.
Yeah.
With me and Brandon, we're going to talk everything 80s and just have a good time reliving our childhoods. Well, some of us were, me and Brandon come up in the 80s. Others of us in this room ain't that old. Still youngins.
I was little in the 80s, yes. But I was in the 80s.
She had her bowl cut.
Yeah. I had my Lloyd phase.
Oh, yeah. Got to remember to talk to your mom about that picture.
Put another shrimp on the Bobbi.
Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to United States Paranormal. We do appreciate all of our listeners. You don't even know. We hope you're enjoying what we're putting out. And like I said, if you are, please let us know. The United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. All right. Until next time, we'll see you on the other side.
Bye. Bye.
To support other Golden Mojo Entertainment productions, check out Golden Image Podcast, The Call Guys, and Murd Nerds wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. To see photos and find new episodes of the United States of Paranormal, follow us on our social media. Twitter at TUSOPPOD, or Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and Facebook, the United States of Paranormal. If you have a place that you'd like us to look into, or would like to share your spooky story that we can read on the air, please email us at the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com.